video, we have seen how to test a very basic CRUD operation on for a OData service using RESTMan tool. Okay, so what we did, we used a product entity and we tried create, read, update, and delete. Right. In this video, I am just going to add little complex to it. Okay, I just added. I have created already the product item. Okay, which refers to the product header. Okay, basically the product is the header and product item is the item table. Okay. So what we are going to do is we'll apply the same thing, create, update, delete for the product items, which then I have a couple of actions already defined for this behavior. So we are going to test the same as well. So stay tuned. Let's get started. Okay. So fine. So this is our service binding now, and it has two things, two entity sets. One is product and product item. Okay, and each has its own association. Perfect. And let me try to open this service URL. Okay, you will have your two entities like we see product and product entity, product item. Sorry. So copy this URL. Okay, let me open the RESTMan first. So I will just clear everything. Okay, so here first I'm just going to check what are the data available in the product and product items. Okay, so let me try for first product. So you could see here there are two items, two header already present for the product, and let me check for the item. So I will just simply add this as a click. So using get, you can directly call the entity. So right now there are no entries found for the product items. Okay. Now we are going to create a new product item. Okay. So before that, I want to show you the behavior definition. So this is the base behavior definition, where you could see define behavior for the product and product items, right? So if you go to this product item, okay, you could see there are only two operations allowed directly. Okay, so how do we create it? Yeah, we have to use association of from the product. Okay, so via the association, we need to trigger a create. So this is the best practice we have to follow, because for every child item, if it needs to be created, it has to be come from the parent or maybe a header nodes. So this is very important. So if we want to create it, I cannot directly create it. So what I have to do is I have to use the product association here. Okay, clear? So we are going to use the product association, that's a product items. Okay, so let's go back to this RESTMan tool. So what I'm going to do is, this is first we'll take the product. So maybe probably for create what we needed, we definitely need a CSRF token. So I'm just going to use this CSRF token. Okay, I'll use the fetch. So first we'll take this. I'll open a new tab. Okay, here I'm going to use the same URL for the product. It's a product, still we are in the header level. Okay, I'm just going to do a post. Okay, so if I do the post on this product, what would happen? It would try to create the header only. Okay, so I want to create a item. So what should I do now here is, so you have to use the items here. Actually, like you have to use the product items. Okay, so you can verify this. This is the product item associations, right? You're just going to create a product items, right? So what are the header I need to add? XCS or of token. This is very mandatory, right? So I'll just take it from here. It should be in the header. There it is. Why does it's not taken it up? I don't know. So let me retrigger it again. Okay, I have given it wrongly. CS or of token. Now it should be available. Yes. So let me check CSR of token. Yeah, perfect. And so of course, we have added the HTTP headers, and we need to add the body for the item, right? So I go back here, and if I see the items, so these two things I don't need to provide. It's a key field. By default, it will come. Item code, item name, quantity, unit, item price. Okay, these are the basic information we can provide it. So I have already prepared the payload. I don't want to waste your time. So let me quickly copy from here. Okay, and we'll just go back to the back. Okay, let's see it. Right, so we are using this simply item 001. Okay, and JSON. Right, so here if you're it could be the logically seems working, but it will not work. Why? Because is you cannot create a direct item of the product. You have to create via the header, which means for any single instance of the header, you can create items. Okay, you cannot randomly create items. So that is the association with the create means. So what you have to do is you have to just exactly know for which header you need to create an item. So here there are two headers. Among these two, we have to choose one, and then we will be creating a item for it. Okay, so I'm just going to choose this first one. Okay, probably like just use this and click on create. So we have this first one now, and I'm just going to use the same thing here as well. Okay, I'm just going to add it in the middle. Okay, now you will see this is the header product, right? And this is the exact instance or exact record, header record where we want to create items. So we have to provide something like this. Okay, I'm not sure like underscore is needed or not. Let's give it a try. Okay, everything seems fine. So I need to do one more thing is a content type here. So which is basically application slash JSON. Perfect. Let's try it now. Okay, seems working. It has been created 201. You could see here. Let's see the body response. Yeah, so we got a new item ID also and product ID, and everything seems fine. So now I'm going to simply test it like with a new URL. Okay, I'll just go here and quickly just verify this with I'm just going to take all the items now. Items. Okay, just simply I'm just checking whether it's created or not. It's not created. Wait. Okay, it's not product items, it's a product. So 200, okay. Yeah. So the item has been created. So remember, when you are creating a new item for a header, you have to definitely provide, just a moment. Yeah. So when you are trying to create an item, you have to definitely provide the key field, right? I mean, which header key or which header you want to create an item. So this is really important, right? So let me try creating a one more item also. Like let's keep this as 2 and main item 2. Okay, quantity 11. So this is fine. 2000 or maybe set it as 1000. This is warehouse location 2. So let me create it now. Okay, since created, it's created. Okay, I'll just go back to the here and we'll check it out. So now you have the two items, and you could see the product ID. Using the product ID, you can see which header it belongs to these items. So it should be the common part, right? So clear. This is how we can test the create part. Okay. So let's do and try for a update and delete. Update and delete, it's a very straightforward, like the header entity. Okay, why? Because if you go back to the behavior definition, if you we are going to update and delete for a items, right? So here you could see update and delete operation. It's available on the item behavior itself, right? So we don't need header. We don't need to come via the header. Why? Because once we created the header, we will get to know clearly what is the item ID at all. Once we know the item ID, so based on the item ID, we can able to update or maybe delete it, right? So it's a little straightforward, right? So let me take the second one. Okay, I'll just copy this. Let's try updating this. Okay. For updating, this is fine. I need a basically XCSR of token. It should be the same. Let's see, CSR of token page. Okay, execute this. So you will get a single record which we want to update it. Maybe let's try changing the item price from 1000 to 5000 or something. Okay, so what I need it when I want to update it, I definitely need a e tag. Okay, this is e tag is not working properly. I'm not sure why, but let's keep as it is. So let me just open the another tab. Yes, so copy this same thing. Okay, so it contains the product item URI. So I'm just going to use patch, always use patch. That's the best one. Okay. And here I'm just going to copy back again this tag part. So our header first, I'll just use CSRF token. Okay. I don't have value yet. So let me add this first. So match, and I will use the content type also. It's going to be a application slash JSON. Perfect. So let's copy this. XCRS token. Yeah, where it is. Yeah, here. Right. So patch, we are going to update the amount details. So I'll just go back to the body and I'll just copy the item price. Let it take it both. So the body, raw format, use. I'm pasting this. I'll remove this. Yeah. So I'm just going to change it to 5000 now. Okay, let's try. Yes. it works fine. 200 okay, and you could see the latest one is 500. Let's test that quickly in the via get. So I'm using the gate. It's the same item, product item. Yes, it has been changed from 1000 to 5000, right? And the delete is also same thing. Like I can just do simply like this, like I don't need it, del for deletion. You just need to change this to delete option and just click it. Do not for no content, which means delete was successful. Okay, and if I just go and check this one, 404, not found, right? So let me just remove the key fields here. Let's check all the items. So we should see only one item now. Perfect. So it works fine now. Okay. So we have seen like how to create item, update item, and delete item, which we knew that already, right? So the second portion will be actions, right? So I just go back quickly to the behavior definition. So you could see I have a header, right? And this is a product header. Product header. Here I have defined a static action. Okay, static is something nothing but like it's similar to object-oriented concepts. Static means you can access basically without instance any instance. You can access the methods, right? So specifically, what a static here is like you don't need to provide the key field, exact key field. Okay, what I mean by key field? If we just go back here, this is the key field, right? For item ID. Item is a key field, product ID is a key field. So for a static action, you don't need to provide a key field. You don't, your implementation doesn't belong to the, depend on this key fields. Okay, it works for all the instances. Okay, that's a key differences. But if I have another action as well in the item, which is basically a normal action. If you don't define a static, it's going to be a normal action, instance action, where you need to definitely provide a the key instance. Okay, which record you are going. So basically, this will be a generic one, generic for all the products. Just generate the sample products, like it has like a 3 items, 3 product headers. It will create it. Okay, and so this action will be simply update the warehouse detail. Okay, nothing else. So the implementation is the very simple. Okay. You cannot update like all the instances here. Specifically, you need to pause the certain instances. That's a different. Okay. First, we'll test the static action. Then we'll test the instance action. Okay. So I'll just go back to RESTMan. Okay. So it looks fine, and let's take the same thing. Yeah, I think it's fine. So before you going to test the test the actions, you need to check the metadata file. Okay, I'll tell you why. Just first I will open the metadata. Okay. So here you would have the action definition, right? The move to central warehouse and generate sample products, right? So here you have to use the same name. So that is why, because this is some naming case sensitivity. So you have to use the exact action name which is present in the metadata. Otherwise, it will give an error. Okay. So I'm going to copy this action name. Okay. So here I have already the product, right? So you have to always the HTTP method is post for calling an action. Okay. So you cannot use the get. It's only the have to always use the post. That's one thing. And what else? You don't need a okay. You don't need a if match here. This can be deleted. Okay, but others can be needed, and also you don't need a any JSON things, because here you are not pausing any input. We will see how to pause the input to the actions in the next session. But here it's a very simple action. You just trigger the action. It will just generate a few product records and to the product table. That's it. The logic is very simple for this action. So how do you call it? Like this is a product. What you have to do is you have to check what is the alias name for this. So this is the alias name for this. You have to use the alias name, and you have to use the action name. This is the syntax for calling the action. Okay. So I have this product. Okay. Then second thing is I have to use SAP /self dot generate sample products. You have to use this syntax actually. This is a double slash, not triple slash. I have to use SAP _self dot generate, because this is the alias name for this. So you could see it here. Okay. Okay. So it seems fine. Let me try triggering it. Okay, you got the action has been executed successfully. 200. Okay. Let's see the response, and I could see the response which is written by the action. Basically, like 3 product records: sample 001. Sample 002 product code, and sample 003. Perfect. There are 3 product records has been created. Let's verify whether it has been created or not. I'm the product. No. Okay. Let me do the get entity set complete for this. We were having a couple of them earlier, so now it should have yeah. So you could see here sample 001, sample 0002, and where is 3? 1. This is 2. And this is 3. Okay. So it presents now. There are 5 products now. Okay. This action is perfectly working. Okay. Next thing is we are going to use a item action, right? Action is something like, move to central warehouse. Okay, so this specifically need a particular item entry. Okay, we cannot blindly, apply this move to central warehouse to all the instances, right? That's why this is an instance action. You have to pass the key, item key is mandatory here. Okay, I go back here. So what I do is I'll just change this to product item. Okay, then it's a very straightforward, very simple. Maybe we'll do it on the item. Actually, this is item, right? Product item that was created. Okay, what is this? This is also a product item. Let me get it now first. So do we, okay, we are having only one item, that's fine. What it do is, okay, you could see the warehouse location is this one, WHA001. Okay, let's call our action for this. So I'm just going to copy the item ID here. Okay, here I just going to use product item, and I'm just going to use the key field, and I am just going to apply the action name here. I can copy it from metadata quickly. There it is. Yeah, it's here. So here I just go to the end of the URI. Okay. It's okay. Okay, fine. So this is the syntax: entity name, key value, and SAP __ self dot action name, instance action. This is the way we need to call as an instance action, right? Perfect. And I don't need to change anything. I hope I don't need to pass any input also. It will just simply update the warehouse location, right? So let's see. Okay, precondition errors. Okay, this is the one thing actually. When you are trying to update or some operation on a single entity, you have to pass the e tag. That's a mandatory part. Okay, so let me quickly get the e tag value. Where it is? Is it this one? Yeah. So this is the e tag value. Okay, let me for getting a correct value, I will use this. Okay, so this is our still it's not changed. Warehouse location is the same, and I copy the e tag here, and I will need to use it here if match. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, great. Let's try now. Perfect. 200. Okay. Action has been executed perfectly fine. Let's see the body. Ah, okay. So it has been updated with the central 001. What was the earlier one? Okay, I'll just go here. So it was like A001. Let me change it. Yeah. So the updated warehouse location is this one, right? So yeah, that's for the day. So I'm just going to give a short recap. So what we have seen, we have already discussed about the create, update, delete for a main entity. In this video, we have discussed about how we can create, update, and delete for the item entity, right? And after that, we have seen how we can test a instance action and static action both. So instant action definitely need a key value. It specifically apply on a specific record, but static action is a common to all the instances. Okay, it will be common for the all the whole entity, right? So I hope you understand how to test the actions and create by association concepts from this video. Uh, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share it to your colleagues. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. So have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.